Okay, so I haven't made a video in around about 1 month due to me not having any storage space on my phone, so I couldn't make any videos. And now I have a new phone and I have more space. I am finally gonna make a new video covering what I've gotten the time between that month and all that space and to what's come. And first off, I'm just gonna go right into it. So first of all, I got Tomahawk Angel Volume 1, and this was pretty recent. This is like something I've been wanting to get because I've been wanting to build the YouTuber manga stuff. Next, got FLCL Omnibus, and when I saw this, I was like, do I want to get this? But at the same time, I was like, it's a good series. It's known for being good. I was like, I might as well get it. And I'm like, hey, it's a good deal, and I don't see this, the complete manga. Next, I just recently got this off of eBay, The Wonderful World of Saze-san, the English bilingual from Japanese to English, Volume 1. And it's pretty cool. It's kind of like it's like Doraemon, but it's from like the 90s. So older version of a bilingual manga. Dang, I can barely speak. I think that's just from me being tired, but next I got Desert Coral Volume 1 from ADV Manga. This I got at Savers. I found this and I'm like, ADV Manga is a really rare thing that you even find anything from. And I was like, I never heard of the series. I looked it up, I'm like, it's interesting, so I just got it. And I looked it up, I'm like, man, it's a good profit. $20 for something that I got $3 for. Next, I got Ibitsu, which I read, and that was actually a really good story. Not the greatest, but still really good. And you also can notice my camera is also way better than last time, too. I just noticed that. But, getting sidetracked. Next manga I got was The Hellbound. This isn't even a manga, it's a manhwa. Still considered a manga, though. And this is actually a really good series. I did try to watch the TV show. It wasn't as mostly interesting as the books, so I read the books, and it was actually really good. I would recommend reading that. Next, I got Frank Miller's Ronin Rising. This is English manga from the same, I think it's either the artist or author of Daredevil, and this is a sequel, like a final sequel to Frank Miller's Ronin in a manga edition, and it's actually really good. I don't really know too much, but I did read this, and it was actually pretty interesting. I want to know the background of it, but I got it just because I know Daredevil from him. Next, I got The Climber, Volume 1. This is recently came out, and I gotta get the other works from Shinichi Sakamoto so I can put it on my author shelf. Next, I got Takopi's Original Sin. Dang, this was a loop. This put me through a loop. It was a really good story. I think this is one of the darkest stories I've ever read. But I've read darker. And trust me, I'll get to that in a minute. Next, I can't reach anymore because my phone's kind of on the charger. But I did get Crazy Food Truck, which is a really interesting story. I gotta read more of it. I finished Volume 1 though. Next, I got Lupin the Third, Thick as Thieves. I gotta get the other Lupin the Third Classic Collection. And I gotta finish the Classic Collection in general. But that was a pretty good, grab. Next, I got Ultra Heaven, which I got confused from the author, Keiichi Koike, because I thought they were related to Kazuo Koike. Now I was like, oh yeah, it's common to find same last names and same first names and such. Which first names shouldn't do anything. I don't know why I said that, but really good series. It's like a psychological, I don't even know what genre it would fall under. Like psychological thriller, I would say. Like a suspense, yeah, I'd say suspense. Like you don't know what's going on happen, and it's like a weird feeling of gets you stuck in the show. Or not the show, the book. I don't like the show. I'm tired. Don't blame me. Next is H.P. Lovecraft at the Mountain of Madness, the deluxe edition. This I got for a little bit of a discount because it was damaged on the bottom. I can't really show it because I can't reach that far still. But it's a really good book and a really good series. Next, all the way over here, I have Warcraft Legends, Volumes 1 and 2. I know I had Volume 4 last time I had videos. I just recently got these 2 volumes. Next, I have Eyes, Volume 1. I don't know if I covered this in any of the older videos, but this one, because this one I was just unsure about, so I put this in the video either way. Next, I have Spike's Family, Volume 3. Found this at Savers for a really good price. And I didn't have it, so I was like, might as well just grab it. It worked. And then, next I got Dragon Quest, Monsters Plus, Volume 2. And it was Dragon Quest, and that was that was also at Savers, and that was actually really cheap. And I was like, might as well just grab it. And then, this, I don't know if I'm gonna reach. You know what, I'm gonna take off the charger for a second so I can get to these. I'm doing it for content. I don't know how long I'll have. My phone's dying, but next I got Rine, Volume 1, along with my Rumiko Takahashi collection, which is really small right now because I haven't built it up as much. I'm building up on series and starting series first before I build up volumes in a series. And if I find a good find, and it builds up a series. Next, I got Inuyashiki Volume 1. I finally put Gantz in the Creator Collection. And that was a really cool thing that I did. No, it's probably not as interesting, but I still got it in here, and that was really cool to see that I could finally get in here. Next, I go all the way down. And then I got Astro Boy Volume 4 from the singles, and I got this from eBay, and I thought it was going to be paperback. But I ended up getting the library hardcover edition, which these are actually pretty rare. And I think this was one of the best things I've ever gotten on accident, not knowing what it was going to be like this. I know it was going to be hardcover, but that was a really good thing that happened. And I am so grateful I got that. Next, I got Astro Boy Omnibus 4, which I believe incorporates volumes 10 through 13, I believe. And I was going to get the first 4 volumes of the singles and get Omnibus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I have a little bit of a singles, a little bit of an omnibus, just to show the different formats and still have the same story. And then next I got these Japanese volumes of the old Osamu Tezuka series called Barunga 1, which I did some research on to find the name because they were in Japanese. And I got all of it because there's only 2 volumes. Got this for $30. Or not $30, I think it was $25. But I looked up the price, it was $50. So I'm like, that's a steal. I'm like, I'll just grab that. And then I don't have any more in hand that I can show. But I do have 2 things coming in the mail. I have Monsters We Make Volume 2 that will be coming in August because it's still in pre-order right now. And then I also have Mr. Arashi's Amazing Freak Show coming in the mail, which should be coming by Sunday, July 13th. And it's a really good series. It's a really good book, like a dark horror. It kind of reminds me of Rob Zombie a little bit, and I think it's a really cool media of a story. And the fact that it's banned in so many places, to buy in stores, so you couldn't buy it in a normal way. I was just like, dang, I had to read it, and I found it. I watched the anime too. I'm like, dang, this is a really good series. Actually, it's at my favorite horror manga and anime because it actually made me terrified. Not really terrified, but I actually got scared. And that's what I look for in horror, when I actually get scared. And that's the only thing that's ever been under the horror genre that did that. And I've watched Rob Zombie, I've watched a whole bunch of horror movies. I've never found anything scary. And that was the first time that I actually had the creeps. And I finally gonna have it in person. And then next, I know the last video I showed off I was collecting CDs. And I have gotten so many CDs, I'm not going to go for that because that's going to be like 20 minutes. But I have gotten like 15 times as much since last time. This is full, and this holds 64 CDs. And then I also have this, which I couldn't fit, so I still have to get another case. So I have 65 CDs out of everything. And I'll make a video at some point showing off of all the CDs I have. But last but not least, I will be going to New York City in like 2 weeks or so. Or not 2 weeks, next week. And I will be coming back with more manga. Because I'm going to be shopping there. And I'm going to have more to show. And by then, I'll also have it too in the mail. Because I'm going to wait until next week where I have everything that I can show. Instead of just video showing, going to New York City, coming back, and video showing. I'd rather do it all at once. But other than that, that's it. And I'll be in another video another time.